Welcome. In this demo, we're going to show how the Mifos implementation of Govstack Payments Building Block, when integrated with core banking systems, can enable G2P payments to real wallets. The government of Wakanda has a number of ministries that need to make payments to individuals. The Ministry of Social Welfare has two programs. The first provides an education allowance, the second makes an unconditional cash transfer to citizens. The Ministry of Health also has a program to provide maternity benefits to certain beneficiaries. Our demo will show how with a DPI architecture such as that shown, the government of Wakanda can make payments to its beneficiaries. The government has implemented a Govstack approach, using the Mifos implementation of the payments building block. It has connections to the Central Bank of Wakanda, which holds the payment accounts for each of the programs. The Central Bank of Wakanda uses Fineract DPG as its core banking system. The regional switch is provided by Moduloop, which was deployed within the region. This switch has connections to DFSPs that the beneficiaries have accounts with. The payees could be a range of Momo or bank accounts. In this instance, they're also using Fineract for their core banking systems. The beneficiaries may use OpenAPI mobile banking or mobile wallet applications such as those provided by a range of open source providers. Initially, the programs have been set up on the payments building block with payer accounts associated with each program. We have also set up beneficiary accounts across the DFSPs, representing Momo or bank accounts. You can see the program accounts are funded, but currently the beneficiary accounts have no funds. As beneficiaries are registered, they are registered in the ID account mapper. This associates a financial, Momo, or alias account against the beneficiary ID. The beneficiary ID is unique per beneficiary for each program. To populate the ID account mapper, the Register Beneficiary API is used. Here, you firstly see the ID account mapper is empty, but as we send the data via the API, it becomes populated. Here is the data we have populated in the ID account mapper via the API. The government's registration system can update or add additional beneficiaries at a later point if needed. When the government of Wakanda needs to make a payment to beneficiaries in its program, the government system will send a bulk list of transactions to the bulk API of the payment building block. Here is the set of transactions we will process. You can see it is just passing beneficiary details rather than financial account details. The building block will then map these beneficiary IDs against the financial details held in the ID account mapper. It then creates a set of sub-batches of financial transactions for each DFSP to process. The status of these can be seen on the batch and sub-batch screens. A list of transactions and the status of these is also visible on the transaction screen. These sub-batches of transactions are passed via the Moduloop switch to the payer DFSPs. If we look at the Fineract UI of the DFSP, we can see the balances having changed in the DFSP accounts for the beneficiaries. These are the balances that occurred from the set of transactions we showed. We can see the accounts corresponding to the programs have been debited, but the accounts corresponding to the beneficiaries have been credited. End users can also see their balances on their mobile banking applications connected to the DFSP accounts. In this case, the balance shows the $400 credited to the account of a beneficiary of the Education Allowance Program, set up by the government of Wakanda's Ministry of Social Welfare. So in this demo, we have shown how a digital public infrastructure based on open source DPGs and a Govstack payment building block implementation can support making government payments in a G2P program, thus increasing financial inclusion and enabling cost-effective and scalable ways for the government to make payments to beneficiaries.